Hey everyone, it's John with the Fine Touch Detailing Garage, and welcome to the Northwest Vintage Car and Motorcycle Museum, where we completed a mobile service. We're going to start pecking around the museum and working with them to preserve some of the pieces of history that they have. For this video, we're working on a really special vehicle because it is completely OEM from back in the day. So what you're looking at right now is a 1926 Buick. This vehicle, like I said, is completely OEM, so original paint, lacquer paint on it. As you can see, it's a little oxidized and tarnished over the years of sitting. But a really special vehicle, under 30,000 miles on this unit. And the story behind it, as far as why it was able to be so well preserved, is it was sitting in a barn for about 60 years before it was donated to this museum in 2017. After it was donated in 2017, it's just been hanging out for a few years, but under 30,000 miles on the odometer, original miles, this vehicle also runs. So super cool piece of history. Almost 100 years old in 2026. This vehicle will officially be 100 years old. So super cool to work on such an old vehicle, and work on these vintage vehicles just makes us super happy, right? To preserve history, letting generations now see their vehicles and be able to get a little bit of a history bite, but also learn a little bit more about how automotive industry behaved back in the day. There was a lot of innovation, there was a lot of nuances, and this vehicle is no different, as 1926 was the first Buick line to get off the lot for GM Motors. So really cool piece of history. As you can see with these after videos, it definitely glossed up quite a bit, getting rid of a lot of the oxidation, mainly in the fender areas where the black paint existed, since that really showed the oxidation in the years over the time. But it was really cool to gloss it up. Again, not for correction, but for protection. So we want to seal everything up, make sure it's preserved for generations to come. Very cool though, and as it's showing you the afters, we're also going to switch on a unique aspect of this build where we maintained, cleaned the membrane or the roof of this vehicle. The membrane's very cracked, as you're going to see before the before video, but after a very meticulous clean, being very careful, cleaned it and then made sure to treat the exterior, as you're going to see in a few seconds, pretty much reviving this thing almost back to its era, minus I'm sure it didn't have all the, you know what I mean, the patterning and the texture to it. Over the years, it just cracked over time, but really cool to preserve this so it looked its best. Had a lot of volunteers actually make a lot of comment after we were done saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know it could look so good. So again, here's another highlighted process that was completed with our shop, mobily. And appreciate you guys watching the whole video. Feel free to like and subscribe to see more.